seaweed. Sea lettuce from a clean environment, that would be good food. When you can fish now and all you catch is weeds and no fish. All part of the all part of the great tapestry. So I'm just trying to clean them, wash this weed out and set the net again. I have one bite on the rod there, so the tide's still coming in. So I think this is worth cleaning up a bit and then setting again and then going trawling. You never know, I might fluke a flounder yet. I should stick to seaweed harvesting. So that's the net back out in the water. With about 2/3 of the seaweed moved out of it. So I've got a big sack of wonderful mixed seaweeds here. There's the veggie patch and the garlic patches with love. So guess that out of the way for the moment. So I'll go now and troll around and try and catch a kahawai. But at least the net's back in and we're in with a shout of catching something in it, even if it's more seaweed. There you go. This will all tidy up like new someday. Right, let's go and do some serious fishing. So here's that big catch from the other day. A bucket full of wonderful seaweed. Mixed seaweeds, look, red ones, sea lettuce, sort of fluffy ones. It's just soaking, I put fresh water in it. I'm just getting rid of the salt because grass and stuff will die if you cover it in salt. Salt's wonderful, but so I'll give it a few rinses and then it goes into this tub here, which is my seaweed and comfrey and sheep pellet stew. Oh, look at that. So that's seaweed from earlier days, sheep pellets from our local farm, and you see it's fermenting. It's sort of, and there's comfrey in there as well. Look at that, worms and everything. So that's a living wonderful thing. Look, there's little critters. You got to keep the lid on, otherwise the mozzies will get in there. I think that was a mozzie. That was something. So this makes a wonderful thing to put on compost on any veggie patch or under any fruit bush, tree, whatever. So so this stuff's amazing. So that's my you dilute it before you spread it because it's potent stuff. So not quite a fish curry, but that's you gotta take what Mother Nature gives you. That was the catch on the net after 3 lifts over 2 days, overnight as well. Not a single living thing, but the seaweed's wonderful. There's always a silver lining. Just back out here in the river, different sort of morning, very low cloud, misty, almost mizzling. Water's lovely. It's 11 degrees centigrade. It's quite cold and it's about a metre or more viz into it. So I'll probably do a wee bit of trawling if there's nothing on the rods. So I've set the net just back up there a couple 100 yards and just anchored up here in a spot where I've caught kahawai before. So there's one chap fishing down at the river. So the salmon season's finished now. The season weekend opening just happened, so but it's all quiet again. So see how we get on. Beauty. Beauty, big black flounder. It's a beauty. I think he fell out of the net. There's another wee flounder. Two. There's another wee flounder. There's three. Bit of weed. So this was today's catch. I got one yellow-eyed mullet, about 10 inches long. These are three nice flounder. So that's a black flounder. It actually had sort of brick red spots earlier, but it's gone, since I ekied it, it's gone all pale coloured. And these are two greenback flounders. Got the net out, drying. There's a bit of weed in it today. A bit more compost. So at least getting three flounder and a couple of fillets off a little yellow-eyed mullet. That's a result. So that big black flounder changed colour when I brought it back in. It's got those brick red spots now and dark outer skin. Out on the grass out there, when I ekied it, it went all sort of grey, light coloured. So that's a beauty. That's a good sized flounder. They do get a bit bigger than that. These black flounder have got a lot of meat on them. They're very thick. Whereas the other wee flounders, the greenback and stuff, are usually it's a small fillet off them. So that's excellent. So I'm just going to fillet this and soak it in brine and have some for supper tonight. Fish curry, fresh flounder curry. Right, so that's my first go at the first fillet. So a chap out on the river a few weeks ago showed me how to fillet flounder better. And it involves cutting across the tail here, then sliding the, I'm just back to front and hold it. You slide the knife up under the fillet, up, use that backbone on the back of the knife as a guide, and then slide this down, slice. So you're doing like that, up there, and then I just carry on up to the top. And then on this side, you go up under the fillet, again using that backbone to guide the back of the knife, and then and up like that, up like that, and then I fiddle around up here and cut round. There's one little tricky bit with pin bones here and a little bit of like a rib cage, but I managed to get those filleted out nicely. So that looks pretty tidy. I've missed a wee bit of meat there, but I'll fillet that off now. And this, that looks like gut, but it's not. That's the roe of flounder, so I eat that. So that's the all the bones gone. That's the top side with the brick red spots on it. And then I'll do the same thing on this side. I'll get the liver out of there as well. The heart's a bit too small. So on this side, I'll just cut across here and then slide the knife up, back to back with the bones, ridge of bones up there. And then turn the knife over and go up this way, up under that slit. And get the other fillet off. Brilliant, just like it. You learn something every day. Right, that's the net result. So we got the two fillets with the roe still attached. So they're a list full of eggs. So I'll eat that. And I've cut out the little bit of pin bones, and there's a little bit of a sort of rib cage. They're a weird fish because they're They lie flat, so their whole bone structure's changed. So all this is bone. That's bone, and right out there's bone. So getting the fish off that without ending up with lots of bones in it is not easy to do. So, oh yeah, the other thing is when you cut across here and you slide your knife up the back of this spine and fill it off like that, when you get both sides done, then you actually lift this tail end of the fillet up and just bring the knife along there to separate the fillet from that vertebrae. So, and then when you get up here, it gets a wee bit tricky, but just cut round the gill plate and just carry on with that filleting up the sides. And I'll get that liver before I finish. But that's a pretty good clean fillet, and there's not a lot of waste on that fish. Look, that's oops. That's all just bone, and I'll get that liver. So there you go, filleting flounder. I'm just new to this, so I did it other ways, and it was pretty scruffy. But that way with a knife, cutting across here, going pretty much up there and shoot, and pretty much turn the knife over and go up there and shoot, and then shoot. Works a treat. No worries.